Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR analysis. I am Chaman Nayak, and here's my take. What does it mean when the World Bank sends 1.5 billion to the country that is already the world's fastest major growing economies? It means growth is no longer to the only question. The real question is, can India create enough high quality jobs before its demographic advantage becomes the demographic pressure points? Let's dig it out, because next 2 decades roughly 11 to 12 million Indians will enter the workforce every year, and this is not simply India's challenge, it is one of the most consensual labor market events in the global economy. Here's what evidence speaks about. The World Bank has approved 1.5 billion development policy financing operation, which is aimed at supporting structural reforms and help to design to accelerate the private sector led job creation in India. This is not just a conventional infrastructure loan. It is not built on one highway, one airport, or one power plant. It is about challenging the operating environment for the business by simplifying taxes, reducing regulatory frictions, improving trade and investment process required for to access capital, and increasingly labor force participation, and especially among women. The underlying message is clear. India's next economic chapter cannot be written by the government spending alone. It must be powered by companies that hire, export, innovate, and most importantly, scale. Now the question arises why this matters, because for global investors, India is increasingly being viewed more than a consumer market. It is becoming the potential answer to most of geopolitical questions. Where will the next generation of the global manufacturing, services, digital talent, and middle class consumptions come from? As China's working age population contract and supply chain diversify, India is positioning itself as a strategic economic alternative. But the opportunity is not automatic. India must convert its population scale into productivity. It must ensure that a young graduate in a small city can start a business, access a credit, and most importantly, participate in the global market. And if that happens, India could become one of the most important engine of the global demand in the century. And it does not, world's largest youth court could become the source of economic stress rather than economic momentum. Well, the World Bank broader India's partnership is expected to mobilize between 8 billion to 10 billion annually over 5 years, centered on job creation, skills, private investment, and most importantly, productivity. Now, here are some signals that we should refer, because this 1.5 billion is therefore more than just a developmental finance. This is a geopolitical signal at a time when United States, Europe, Japan, and Gulf economies are looking for a resilient supply chain. India's ability to create the productive jobs will shape the trade routes, investment flows, and most importantly, strategic alliance. And the world is not merely watching India's grow, but it's watching whether India can become economically indispensable or not. Now, here's my take. The loan is not a type of vote of confidence in India's present, it's a bet on India's unfinished future. India has a scale, it has youth, and it has geopolitical moment. But the real test is not whether India can attract capital or not. The real test is whether this capital can create opportunity at a speed of India's ambition. Let me know in the comment section, and that's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.